Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Proposed Cowboys trade would land haul from Chiefs. The Dallas Cowboys are relying on the 2024 NFL Draft over free agency to improve the team's roster. With several positions to address, the Cowboys may need to consider trading back to gain more draft capital. ESPN's Bill Barnwell presented several potential trade options for Dallas to consider. One proposal has the Cowboys making a deal with the Kansas City Chiefs to move down from number 24 to number 32 in the first round. Dallas also gains 2 additional selections in the 3rd and 5th rounds to move down 8 spots. The proposed deal sends the number 95 and number 159 picks to the Cowboys as part of the trade. CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons are new deals that should reset their respective positional markets, Barnwell wrote in an April 18, 2024 story titled, 2024 NFL Mock Draft with All Trades, Deals for 32 first-round picks. Dak Prescott holds all the leverage in his negotiations with the Cowboys, as the quarterback is entering the final year of his deal and cannot be franchised before the 2025 campaign. Those 3 players have combined to make just under $48 million per year on their current deals. Their new contracts could add up to $135 million per season. The only way to make that work is to cut back elsewhere, which is why the Cowboys have let a handful of starters leave this offseason without replacements, Barnwell continued. They are going to need to draft well and draft often to thrive with such a top-heavy roster, so moving down and adding 2 extra picks is logical. Pick number 159 was originally theirs, but they traded it away last year to use a 6th-rounder on Eric Scott, a safety who spent all of 2023 as a healthy scratch and turns 26 before the start of the season. Dallas has plenty of options on draft day, including remaining at number 24 to select a player. A handful of offensive linemen have been a popular projection for the Cowboys in mock drafts. The Athletic's Dane Brugler has Dallas selecting Oklahoma offensive tackle Tyler Guyton at number 24 in his latest mock draft. NFL Network's Peter Schrager predicted Dallas will add some speed to help Dak Prescott by snagging Texas wideout Xavier Worthy. Officially the fastest man in combined history, Worthy would be a wonderful addition as a deep threat for Dak Prescott, Schrager noted in his April 16 NFL mock draft. With contract issues looming over Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, the selection of Worthy would show both a commitment to adding pieces on offense without sacrificing major cap space in free agency. As for the Chiefs, why would the defending champs be eager to move up in the draft? Barnwell suggested Kansas City could be targeting an offensive lineman to help protect Patrick Mahomes. The defending champs moved up from number 29 to number 22 2 years ago, when they sent 2 picks to the Patriots and landed cornerback Trent McDuffie, Barnwell noted. The Chiefs were flush with selections then by virtue of the Tyreek Hill trade, which isn't the case any longer. This would be a move up to address a critical position, left tackle, where Donovan Smith is a free agent and Wanya Morris didn't impress as a rookie. Jumping the Packers and Ravens makes sense if there's somebody Kansas City trusts to protect Patrick Mahomes' blind side. Cowboys have pushed all their chips into the NFL draft, and now it's time to hit big. When you're essentially going to forego all of free agency in favor of putting all your attention into the NFL draft, you better come out of the weekend with some ready-made help. This is the situation the Dallas Cowboys have put themselves in willingly, and with the draft mere days away, the time to cash in on their game plan is now. There have been countless naysayers and people puzzled by the team's lack of inactivity this offseason. However, as they approach the upcoming weekend with all of that in the past and only 2 outside free agents to speak of, the Cowboys need to knock this draft out of the park. It didn't have to be this vital, with the sense of so much pressure for contributors on day one. However, the Cowboys have chosen, and prefer, this path. If you have listened to their free agent philosophy and how they view outside talent acquisitions, it's evident that this is their plan of attack. Now they enter the weekend with needs at several positions, and a finite amount of opportunities to get it right. Can they come out with a starting left tackle or a starting running back? Those feel like must-haves. Then you look at the need for another linebacker, a starting center, interior defensive line help, and the desire to add another WR to the group is there as well. It seems daunting, almost unobtainable, but again this is how they want it. At least that is what they would tell you. Giving credit where it's due, this team does draft well. They do find help a good amount of the time. Even if 2023 looks to be a dud right now, they do deserve the benefit of the doubt. However, as good and comforting that is, it's a tough pill to swallow when there is so much year one need from a group of rookies. A lot can change after 2024 for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott's future is uncertain, Mike McCarthy is in a lame duck year, and without an increased level of success this season, both could be gone next year. Without the benefit of free agent activity, it seems unfair to put the hopes and dreams of the 2024 Cowboys to take the next step on the shoulders of a rookie class, but for better or worse, that's what the Cowboys did. It will take some Will McClay magic to do so, but if the Cowboys are going to bet on him and his staff, it's time to go all in, for real this time, and make it happen this draft, or else. Dallas Cowboys projected to select Dak Prescott's replacement in first round of NFL draft. The Dallas Cowboys have been one of the strangest anomalies in the NFL since Dak Prescott took over as the starting QB in 2016. Season after season, Prescott performs as well as the top quarterbacks in the NFL for the first 17 games, but chokes in the playoffs and the Cowboys have an early exit. Mike McCarthy took over play calling after parting ways with Kellen Moore and the offense exploded. Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, who earned first-team All-Pro honors in 2023, emerged as the top quarterback/wide receiver in the NFL. Now Jerry Jones and the Cowboys brass find themselves in an all-too-familiar position. With Prescott nearing the end of his last major contract extension, Dallas has to either sign him to a new long-term deal to help free cap space for 2024, or release him after June 1, which would save almost $30 million on next year's cap number, but the team would lose a massive chunk of change in dead money owed to the one-time hopeful franchise QB. In a way, the Cowboys have painted themselves into a corner when it comes to Dak Prescott. He has a no-trade clause in his deal, so he can't necessarily be dealt. They owe him $59 million in 2024, which gives him a lot of leverage in negotiations. At worst, he can walk away from the table and the Cowboys will have to pay him that money. Again, a cut is a long shot here. As of now, the two sides have publicly admitted they aren't close to a contract extension for 2024 and are heading into the season with a mutual understanding Prescott will play out the final year of his deal and a decision will be made. For the first time since he's been the starting QB, Prescott himself sounds like a player who isn't certain he will finish his career with the Cowboys and could join another team next season. With the possibility of Prescott leaving Dallas after the 2024 campaign, Bleacher Report proposed a scenario where the Cowboys select his successor on Thursday in the first round of the NFL Draft. In Bleacher Report's latest round of draft predictions, Brad Gagnon believes the Dallas Cowboys will move on from Prescott. In a deep QB draft, Gagnon thinks Dallas could take a QB in the first round. I think Dallas is just about done with Dak Prescott, and in this case, it can apply the ultimate pressure. Recent actions also indicate the Cowboys already think they're good enough to compete in 2024 or are ready to throw in the towel, Gagnon wrote on April 22. In either event, they don't need to draft somebody who is sure to make an immediate impact. The Cowboys currently hold the number 24 overall pick, and although this year's draft class is stacked with quarterbacks, there could be slim pickings to land a franchise-caliber starter that late in the first round. There are mixed reviews on former Washington QB Michael Penix, but if he fell to 24, it would seem like the perfect fit to eventually replace Prescott. Many experts believe Penix will hear his name called much sooner though, so would Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys consider trading up? With so many holes to fill and almost no movement in free agency, it's hard to envision Dallas handing over draft capital for a future QB when they appear to be in win-now mode. Oregon QB Bo Nix may be the best option if the Cowboys truly want to select a QB in the first round. Nix threw for 4,508 passing yards, 45 touchdowns, and just 3 interceptions in the Pac-12 last season and would come in with a ton of experience, with 5 years of college football under his belt as he began his career at Auburn. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Dak Prescott? Leave your opinion in the comments.